Hello friends. Today I want to talk to you about a topic that you've asked me about several times in the comments, and that is what I should do when I'm walking down the street or whatever. A dog attacks me. Well, the answer isn't really that simple because there are many types of aggression, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. In another video later on, talk about what I should do in each case of aggression. But first, we need to learn how to identify what type of aggression that dog has, and based on that, can act in one way or another. Do we know what aggression is? Well, everyone sees aggression as when a person gets really violent or something like that, and it seems like it's a bad thing, but actually it's not. It has an adaptive function and is essential for all living beings to perpetuate their genes and evolve in nature. So it's not a bad thing at all. What is bad is uncontrolled aggression, an aggression where the individual has no control, and then rather than being an adaptive function, it's a disorder that prevents you from adapting to your environment. Okay, but we'll also cover that in another video, which I always find myself saying, and in another video we'll see, and in another video. But you'll see that little by little we'll be talking about those things. So in one video we're going to talk about what to do in case our dog or a dog attacks us. And in others, we'll see how to solve aggression problems. When our dog becomes aggressive, what signs does our dog give us to know if it's aggressive? A dog, unless it has a serious psychopathy, is going to give a lot of signals. I mean, what they're saying is that the dog, being an animal, just loses its mind and bites you. No, that doesn't happen. That 99% of the time doesn't happen. Before a dog attacks you, it's going to give you a ton of warnings. And if you don't recognize those warnings, well, in the end, you might get bitten. Even I do sometimes, because a lot of times dogs are just bluffing. They might say, I'm going to bite you. Be careful. I'm going to bite you. And if you don't pay attention, then they might bite. Or maybe not. It depends on the dog's personality. I get a few bites, it's no big deal. I'm still alive with all my fingers and everything. It doesn't matter at all if a dog bites you. It's more about the scare it gives you. So, what symptoms can we see? Or what signs does the dog give us to show that it's becoming aggressive? The first sign is usually stiffness. It gets very stiff. You see, it's not like it normally is. It gets tense. Okay? The tension, the muscle tension, it's going to stare you right in the eyes. It's going to look at you intensely. If it doesn't stare at you, that's a sign of calm. It's to relax the tension in the environment. The signs of calm, guess what? Yeah, we'll see it in another video. But I promise we'll see it in another video. In fact, it will probably be the next video because it's really, really interesting. The signs of calm in dogs. So, muscle stiffness, a fixed gaze. It will start to softly growl, then a more intense growl. It might even bark at you. And well, finally, it will show its teeth. And if not, a little bite, okay? Sometimes they even snap at the air. Do you remember the video of the dog that was protecting its owner who was unconscious in the street? It was snapping at the air, but it was snapping at the air. It's a type of aggression. It's a type of aggression, but it's a bite. It's a bite. Those snaps at the air, it wasn't that the dog missed and didn't bite the police officer. It just didn't want to bite him. It was a warning. It was like, I'm getting nervous. I don't want you to get close to my owner. Please back off. Well, the moment has arrived. Let's take a look at the types of aggression. There are about 7 types of aggression, and we're going to start with the first one. There's maternal aggression. It's the typical aggression that a mother shows when she feels a threat to her puppies. It's always been said that when a female is pregnant, it's better to leave her alone because she might bite you. The instinct of maternal aggression can reach such an extreme that sometimes the dog won't even let its own owners get close if there isn't a good bond. We've already talked about how to create a good bond with your dog, which is through training. You all know that here on the channel there's a free training course. You can build a bond with your dog. For example, that doesn't happen with Fama. Fama is a dog that doesn't show that type, well, she hardly shows any type of aggression, but of course, not just anyone can get close to her puppies. She's happy to be touched because she really trusts humans. In relation to this type of aggression, we have protective aggression. It's the one I just remembered a moment ago, the video of the dog protecting the owner who was unconscious, or in the case of very protective dogs. Aggression for protection does not necessarily have to result in injury on the other side. Let me explain. The goal isn't to bite and hurt the one in front. The goal is to keep them away from this here. There are many protective dogs. Ula, for example, had a very strong protective aggression. So maybe if I acted like I was hitting my daughters or my wife, she would immediately bark, get in the way. And she even bit me softly a few times, blocking my mouth and pulling me back to separate me from the supposed aggression I was directing at my daughters. It was really funny. Well, many dogs do that. In fact, you might have already seen, or I might have posted a video about this. Another type of aggression is pain aggression, meaning aggression that happens when you touch the dog. The dog will snap at you and bite and then let go. It's a type of aggression where there won't be a warning because it's almost a reflex action. It's like when you get hit on the hand and you swat at it. It's the equivalent in the dog. If a dog feels pain in a paw, for example, and you lift its paw, it's going to turn around and try to bite you. Maybe not, but it's going to show pain aggression to let you know, well, that you shouldn't hurt it more than you already are. Another type of aggression is fear aggression. There the signals are a bit different because dogs, like all living beings in general, have two possible reactions to fear. Either to flee or to fight for their life.
It's okay.
So this type of aggression, the signals have nothing to do with what I've explained. They usually shrink a lot, try to disappear, look sideways, keep barking, pee themselves, poop themselves. Their tail is tucked between their legs. They give you a lot of signals that they're scared, and if you still insist on trying to touch or grab them, in the end, they'll snap at you. But that should just be a quick bite, like a snake, a quick bite. And then they go back to protecting themselves. Okay, that's not how it is. It hurts if it bites you, but it's not dangerous aggression. And well, we should see why that dog is scared and if it can be helped and treated by a professional. Then there's dominance aggression. Dominance aggression is closely related to the possession of resources.
The quest for resources.
What does resource possession mean? What is a resource? A resource is something that the dog wants and that is limited. It could be a ball, it could be food, it could be the owner themselves, it could be, I don't know, the crate or the spot where they sleep. It could be a ton of things. No.
What betrayal? Why are you going to bite me?
No, Mike is already giving me a mean look. Right.
I'm done recording. With this because it's showing me its teeth and growling.
Well, that's aggression. Right there, huh? There, it definitely shows signs of muscle stiffness. It stares at you, tries to bark at you, and snaps its mouth in the air, and if it catches you, it catches you. And that's it. It's usually just a bite. The bite and release usually indicate a type of aggression like get away, this is mine, or you're scaring me, or I'm protecting someone. There are bites where it bites and releases. It doesn't hold on. This type of aggression can indeed be treated, both pharmacologically, surgically, and psychologically. Guess what it is? We'll see it in a video. Closely related to dominance aggression, we also have territorial aggression. The territory itself, if you notice, is also a limited resource. So, this territory is mine, and I have to protect it. This type of aggression is different from dominance aggression, although, like I said, it's closely related because the signs and the type of aggression are a bit different. Normally, when there's territorial aggression, the dog tends to attack you from behind because it wants to bite your butt, bite your legs, bite your ankle to make you back off and leave. They might be pack bites and then it backs off, okay? They're little nips, and it turns around and bites you on the butt again, and then it turns back, okay? So it's not going to bite you and hold on and tear you apart, but it can definitely give you a few nips to make you leave. This type of aggression, if it happens with other dogs, can definitely lead to a scuffle because the dog, feeling threatened, might turn around and defend itself. In the case of humans, what we usually do is run.
Wrong move. You'll just see why.
And the most dangerous one we have is predatory aggression. Predatory aggression is hunting. So, I'm going to attack you to hunt you down. I'm going to chase you. I'm going to bite you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to carry you off, and I'm going to eat you. That's the dog's intention. It's good. You suddenly become a little bunny for him, and he's going to hunt you down. Normally, this type of aggression doesn't usually occur in solitary dogs. It's very, 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 very rare to come across a lone dog on the street that will attack you to kill you. It can happen, but it's not normal for that to happen. Usually they go in groups because wolves are pack hunters. They hunt in groups. So dogs are their direct descendants. In fact, I've already mentioned that it's exactly the same.
Hello, Chainsaw Man.
The thing is, the dog is going to hunt in a group. One will try to bite your leg. Another will bite you from behind. One will bite you from above. Another from below. Until finally, there have been cases of people who have died from this type of aggression. That's it. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to make videos on all types of aggression. And we're going to make videos on how to behave so we can defend ourselves against these different types of aggression. And that's it. If you like this video, share it. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the bell, and all those things. We always ask from you YouTube creators. And that's it. Sending a hug, and we'll see you in the next video. And that's it. A hug, and we'll see you in the next video.